Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Brookings Harbor and all the fishing boats at sea. I'm Cousin Bruce Ellis.
And I'm Kat Liddell.
And this is the Insider Report.
So let your ears do the walking as we fill you in on what's going on in the Brookings Harbor area and beyond.
Well, hello, and welcome to this week's show that keeps you in the know. Hey, Kat.
Hey, Bruce. Happy Monday morning to you.
Happy Monday morning, the after party.
Yeah,
The Wild Rivers Film Festival.
I was going to say I spent most of the weekend either doing Q&As on behalf of the library for the screening of the documentary I was in. It was called An Act of War, A Mission of Peace, but it was about the Fujita bombing. So,
right, yes.
So, it helped to have a historian in the house for people afterwards. So that was
you got to do a little Q&A right on.
Yep. And then after working hours, there was plenty of late night screenings and parties and stuff to be had as they want to do at a film festival. So
that's what happens.
Yep, I'm in my sweats today.
Cool. Yeah, you were relaxing. Yeah.
Yep.
Did you get today off then work and everything?
I'm working from home.
Oh, okay,
yep, I'm doing a remote day. Yes.
All right.
I occasionally get the flexibility to do that. I'm very fortunate.
That's right.
Yeah.
So that was well attended this weekend.
Yeah, they said year after year, attendance just keeps going up and up and up. Okay. So you have another successful year and lots of really lovely, very kind filmmakers in town. They were just they seemed like they were having a great time and
that's good.
Lots of visitors. So it was a good time all around.
Yeah, I got to talk to Dan and meet him. I mean, not meet him, but get to talk to Dan and everything during the Pirate Festival and everything.
Yeah,
he was busy and then he came on the show. But I wasn't able to make it down, but I mean, looking at the schedule, I don't even know if I could. Whoa, there was a lot going on, movies everywhere.
Yeah.
I was sitting there looking at that going, man, that is a lot. Was that more than last year?
I don't know that it was more than last year, but I don't know that it was more films, but they definitely filled every block that they could so that there were multiple screenings of each film so that there was an opportunity to see as many as possible. So that's why they do that way. Yeah.
I can dig it. Okay. Yeah. I was looking at that, I go, whoa, man.
Yeah, that's a common thing in film festivals. They just spread them out across however many screens they can get and do it over a course of a few days.
And
so
people pick and choose what
people
they want.
Can pace themselves. If they want to see everything, they can come up with a game plan.
Yeah, good luck with that one.
There was a way. If you planned it carefully, you could see every, which is actually really impressive.
I was checking that out. Yeah, the way they set that up, I noticed that. Yeah, you'd be watching movies all day long, but that's good.
But for the people who love that's awesome. Like a dream for people who love to watch movies and dig into film. It's great. Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah. That's great. Nice turnout. I love it. Good thing for the community. That's for sure.
How about you and Junior? What'd you do this weekend?
Yeah, well, we just I was working on the paper and working around catching up, playing catch up, and the weekend after it takes a week, even with the little motor scooters. It takes a week to recover.
Slow down a little bit.
So, you got to slow down and everything. And I just did. I had to work on the paper. I had to play catch up there and everything. So I was just jamming on that. And,
okay.
Yeah, just busy weekend, relaxed in between there, watch some football. So,
very nice. So that is starting up again, isn't it?
I'm a happy little camper now.
That time of year.
Yes, indeed.
Very cool.
Yep, love it. So, that was it. I hope everybody got out there and had some fun because, we got a lot of stuff still going on. It's just going right on in through the winter. So, our little burg has become quite busy over this season. Yeah, just the library alone for crying out loud.
I know. I was just saying, prepping September and going, wow, the calendar's getting full.
Yeah,
so
here we go.
Soon. Well, music. Let's look at music.
Yeah, well, I gotta thank our sponsors first here, the Oregon South Coast Fishermen and the Oregon Coast VIP Market. And we want to thank them for sponsoring our show, The Inside Report. And if you'd like to sponsor this show or one another, the fine shows here at KCIW, just go to kciw.org and we'll be on the way. And we got a little bit of a music scale. Like I said, it's getting the paper together. This is that week. This is that week.
Last gasp of August here, starting with Cisco. Wednesdays and Saturdays, he plays at the Brookings Harbor Farmers Market, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And on the 20th, he's at Seaview Senior Living, noon to 1:30. At the 25th, he'll be at World Headquarters 101 at 4:30. And on the 28th at the Chetco Activity Center, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Yep, and then the Tony Land Band should be playing on the 29th at Kuntai Restaurant, 6 to 8.
And Black GTO is playing on the 22nd at Brookings Elks Lodge from 6 to 8 p.m.
Yep, Disturbing the Peace is playing on the 21st at Eureka Elks Lodge, 5 to 8.
And the Mighty Steelheads, they're going to be at the Inateca on the 21st, playing at 7.
And then Mike Powell and Bobby Barrett on the 22nd, they'll be at Augustino's 2 to 5. And on the 29th, be at Umbrella Farms, noon to 2.
And then Mr. Lon Goddard playing on the 29th over at Misty Mountain Brewing from 6 to 8. And then also coming up this weekend on the 22nd, 2nd and the 28th, he'll be at Kuntai from 6 to 8 p.m.
Yeah, that's it right there. So, hey, that's what we got for music. If you have a musician out there, have a band, and would like to get your announcement on the air where you're playing and all that good stuff, give support to the venues that are letting you play there. That's a double whammy there. You get to go, you get you guys on the air and the place you're playing. That's a good thing. So all you got to do is send your info to me at captaincurry541@gmail.com, and I'll get it on the air and in the newspaper as well, the Inside of Southern Oregon newspaper. So, yeah, good stuff.
You're the easiest guy in town to get a press release out to. That's
yes,
for
I
sure.
am. That's for sure.
All right. Well, hey, let's turn our attention to the happenings at the Chetco Library over at 405 Alder Street in Brookings, starting with their weekly lineup. Mondays, 5:30 p.m., they have a Qigong class for health and vitality. It's free with a licensed instructor. All are welcome, but donations are appreciated if you can. Tuesdays, 10:30 a.m., they've got story time for young children. And 3:30 p.m., they're continuing their tween club for youth ages 10 to 13. Wednesday mornings, 9:30 a.m., they have another free Qigong class. And then 1:30 p.m., they've got D&D one-shot adventures. These are for youth ages 10 to 16, and they introduce players to the game Dungeons & Dragons. No experience is needed. Spots are limited, though, so registration is required. And then from 1:30 to 4 p.m. on Wednesdays, they continue afternoon activities. Starting in September, we'll be back to after-school activities. But these are drop-in activities and snacks for school-aged kids. And Thursdays at 10 a.m., they've got the Rowdy Creek String Band's open rehearsal. This is for acoustic string instrument players. 5:30 p.m. on Thursdays, they've got Easy Flow Yoga. It's a free class. They do recommend for this one that you be able to comfortably get up and down from the floor, and donations are appreciated there as well. Fridays at 10:30 a.m., they have Threads, Hooks, and Needles. This is a fiber arts club for knitters, sewers, and more. Saturdays at 10:30 a.m., they have another story time for young children. And 1 p.m., they have Saturday Shuffle. You can play and trade Pokemon cards with the guidance from experienced player David. And then on the 2nd and 4th Saturdays from 2 to 4 p.m., they have their ongoing Teens Teach Tech program. You can drop in with tech questions or your device, and you can get help from a trained technology mentor. And a lot of their mentors are young people who have been trained to teach technology to older adults, and they're standing by to help with your questions. And then there are some monthly and special events coming up for the month of October. And let's see, coming up here on the 19th from 3:30 to 4:30, there's going to be a kids' tie-dye party. You can join the youth department on the annex lawn for tie-dye fun. They ask that you do bring your own plain white, preferably cotton t-shirt from home, and all other tie-dye supplies will be provided. Then on Wednesday the 26th at 1 p.m., they're just letting folks know that there's currently a wait list. Spots are full, but there are a few wait list spots for Craft and Connect with Kim. She's doing a free step-by-step crafting workshop, and it's going to be a sardine tin diorama. Let's see. Due to limited supplies, the registration for these are always required. They are designed for crafters 18+. And then coming up this week in book clubs on the 20th at 5:30 p.m., there's the Pop Grub Book Club for adult fans of comics and graphic novels, led by myself, actually. And in August, the group is going to discuss Saga, Volume 1, and this is by Brian K. Vaughan. Hey, all library-led events and programs are free to attend, whether or not you have a library card. If you want more info, you can always visit chetco.librarycalendar.com. You can follow them for updates on Facebook, or you can always just give them a call at 541-469-7738. All right, now it's time. I know, and there's still more to come. But hey, we'll leave that for next week because now it's time for Famous Quotes with Cousin Bruce.
That's right. Here are a few quotes from actress Maureen O'Hara. She was born August 17th, 1920. She says, "Being an Irish woman means many things to me. An Irish woman is strong and feisty. She has guts and stands up for what she believes in." And she says, "I was born into the most remarkable and eccentric family I could possibly have hoped for." Well, this is a good one for this weekend. Making movies is just like betting on horses on the racetrack, Yeah. And then she says, "You can't make a roaring lion out of a mouse." I hope you enjoyed this week's quotes from Maureen O'Hara with Cousin Bruce. Till next week, hey, have a great one.
There you go.
I like that. Making a movie is like betting on horses at a racetrack.
So you never know how it's going to go.
Yeah.
Well, hey, the Gold Beach Visitor Center is having a pet food drive. It's continuing through the 31st of August. You can visit them at 94080 Shirley Lane any day between 9 a.m. and 3:30 p.m. And besides pet food, cat or dog, again, kitten, puppy, dry or wet food, they're also looking for cleaning supplies like pine sol, blankets, cat or dog toys, treats, leashes, paper towels, brushes, pet shampoo, beds, etc., etc., etc. If you bring in something for the pet food drive, in return you'll receive a beautiful glass float. And all of these donations will go to the benefit of Wild Rivers Animal Rescue.
Yeah, good stuff there. Hey, and the Brookings Bodacious Bazaar, the last one of the season here, folks, is going to be happening at the Port of Brookings Harbor here on the 22nd on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. We have got vendors, and we got live music with Troy and Vince from noon to 3.
All right.
Yeah.
And then the Brookings Elks Lodge, they're hosting a Hawaiian-themed luau and cornhole tournament on the 22nd of August. It kicks off at 2 p.m. There's going to be nonprofit booths, raffles, silent auction, a photo booth, as well as Hawaiian dancing with a hula competition. Dinner is $20 for members, $25 for non-members. That's from 4 to 6 p.m. And then there's going to be an after party featuring live music with Black GTO going from 6:30 to 9:30.
There you go. And Southern Oregon Coast Pride is presenting the Gender Closet Gender Affirmation at Chetco Community Library. This is happening on the 22nd from 3 p.m. to 4:30 p.m.
And then Calvary Chapel up in Gold Beach is presenting their annual Jesus Jam 2026 over at Azalea Park in Brookings. This is going to be on the 22nd from 3 to 6 p.m. There's going to be music, live worship, fellowship, a gospel message, and folks are invited to bring their friends, family, lawn chairs, and blankets.
There you go. And the Brookings Harbor Blood Drive is happening here at the Star of the Sea Catholic Church, located at 820 Oak County Road, on the 24th from noon to 5, and then on the 25th, 10:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. And then the Chetco Public Library will be having it going on the 27th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Anything else added to that?
I mean, walk-ins are always welcome, but they love filling up appointment slots.
Yeah.
So you can make an appointment by either calling 1-800-RED Cross or by visiting redcrossblood.org. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, that's how you do it. And hey, the Oregon Sea Grant is going to be presenting a Discover Oregon Seafood Dock Tour. This is on the 28th of this month from 10 a.m. to 11:30. This is going to be down at the docks at 16133 Lower Harbor Road, and you're invited to explore Oregon's commercial fisheries. Join Oregon Sea Grant experts on a guided walk along the commercial docks in your local port. Come learn where to find local in-season seafood, how it's caught, and how to buy it directly from coastal ports. Discover what makes Oregon seafood sustainable, explore commercial fishing vessels and gear, and get a glimpse into the state's vibrant fishing industry. You might even meet a fisherman or two. You'll also receive a complimentary tote bag filled with informational resources and local seafood products. Pre-registration is required. The tours are free and open to the public, and to do that, you can go to seagrant.oregonstate.edu. Tours start at 10 o'clock and 1 o'clock. Each tour lasts about 60 to 90 minutes. Participants should expect to be walking or standing for the duration of the tour, and the total walking distance may be up to a half mile. Please dress for the weather as the tour takes place outdoors. They also suggest comfortable closed-toed shoes. Docks can be slippery and may move underfoot. They are docks, after all. Each participant will receive a complimentary tote bag filled with informational resources, and again, those local seafood products. Sounds pretty fun.
Well, you know what? This is pretty neat because they're doing it. I just put the date that they're going to be down here at our dock. But if you get online there, that Sea Grant Oregon State website, they've got a whole list of where they're like the Coos Bay band. They're going all over the place.
And down the Oregon
up and down the Oregon coast. Yeah, doing it. So it's pretty neat. And I've never heard of it before. And I saw it on there and I was like, hey, that's interesting.
And people move here and they don't, sometimes they don't realize that you can like connect with fishermen and buy your seafood right off the dock.
Right off the dock.
If you know when to go get it. Yeah. So this is a great way to connect with those resources.
Absolutely. And get to know also know what's going on.
And know exactly where your seafood's coming from. It's great for everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, it is really cool. Very informational. I like that. Yeah, good stuff. Hey, a Concerts in the Park series summer schedule. They got one more coming up here. I see 1 p.m. on Sundays at Azalea Park. On September 6th, they got the Huckleberry Road. It's a rooted in Southern rock, outlaw country, and blue-collar anthems with a reputation for high-energy live shows and hard-hitting songwriting. Huckleberry Road has shared the stage with some of the biggest names in country and rock, proving they can hold their own with the best in the game. They didn't say who they're playing with, but sounds like a good band. They're coming here. Yeah.
Last one of the season. One more chance. All right.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, now it's time for a bit of real history with Bushwhacker Bruce.
Right. G'day, Cat. G'day, mates. Time for a bit of real history for your knowledge pleasure. Did you know the true story of the Russian Baltic Fleet 1904-1905 voyage during the Russo-Japanese War is an 18,000-mile comedy of errors and maritime disasters? It was ordered by Tsar Nicholas II to steam halfway around the world to rescue Port Arthur. The chaotic 2nd Pacific Squadron suffered mass paranoia, friendly fire incidents, and total annihilation at the Battle of Tsushima. It set off from Kronstadt in October 1904, with ships immediately crashing into each other and running aground. Gripped by phantom fears of Japanese torpedo boats, the fleet opened fire on British fishing trawlers in the North Sea, sinking one boat, killing British fishermen, and hitting their own Russian priests in the crossfire. Kamchatka routinely radioed that it was surrounded by enemy fleets, once prompting the battleships to blast away at harmless waves in empty ocean. Outraged by the Dogger Bank attack, Britain banned Russia from the Suez Canal, forcing an arduous detour all the way around the Africa's Cape of Good Hope. Well, while dropping anchor near Tangier, a ship accidentally severed the telegraph cable linking Europe to Africa, cutting off communications for days. Then, after traveling over 18,000 miles in filthy, rat-infested, coal-stuffed conditions, the battered fleet finally met the Imperial Japanese Navy in May 1905. And in a single afternoon at the Battle of Tsushima, the Japanese fleet virtually annihilated the Russian squadron, sinking or capturing nearly every major warship and ending Russia's hopes of naval power in the East. Well, I hope you enjoyed this week's bit of weird history with Bushwhacker Bruce. Till next week, have fun, but always keep it real. I would have suggested at the beginning, when they started crashing into each other, they might have called the timeout.
I mean, you know.
Hold on. This isn't starting out right. Let's take a break. Let's rethink this, okay?
We're off to a real good start
Yeah,
here.
and then it just everything one right after another shooting. Oh, my God. That's crazy. Yeah, I had to put that one in because that was kind of a weird history. Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes it's not just real. Sometimes it's still a bit.
Yeah.
There we go. Hey, we're just letting folks know the Chetco Library is continuing their Beyond 250 Living History in Brookings Harbor project. So this is running, it was meant to wrap up after the spring of 2026, but due to sustained interest, they're going to continue accepting oral history interviews indefinitely. So they're looking for storytellers for this local oral history project, and anyone who has ever called Brookings Harbor home, whether past or present, is welcome to sit down for an interview. And if you want to sign up to interview, you can call 541-469-7738 and really just ask for me. I'm the person who's
I was just going to say, do an interview
on this, and I'm one of the primary interviewers. So get in touch with me by calling the library, and we can set up a time for you to interview.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Be a part of history. There you go. Hey, Curry County Master Gardener Association Plant Clinic is still going on at the Chetco Community Public Library from now to 10/29, so October 29th, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. every third Monday of the month. They say bring your gardening questions to the master gardeners. And like we talk about all the time, if you have you can bring a picture. You know, don't bring the whole plant sometimes, especially if the thing is huge. Besides the pain to take, it's like, they just need to see it and they can help you out. And you can call for more info on this. You can call 541-247-6672, extension 7.
And then Coastline Dance meets regularly down at the Del Norte Recreation Gym in Crescent City. That's at 1009 H Street. They meet Tuesdays and Thursdays, and from 10:30 a.m. to 11:15 a.m. they have a class for absolute beginners. Then from 11:15 to noon, they've got their beginner dance, and then noon to 1 p.m., their intermediate dance. They do suggest a $2 donation to participate, and if you got any questions, you can contact Jean at 541-251-8998.
Yeah, and then Monarch Gardens, located at 984 Park View Drive in Brookings, has a dementia support group going on every third Thursday of the month. 3 p.m., a compassionate space to process your emotions. For more information on this, you can call 541-469-6817.
And then Coastal Home Health and Hospice, they offer regular grief support groups at their location at 585 5th Street in Brookings. They meet the first and third Tuesdays of the month at 3 p.m. They're free of charge, they're open to the general public, and you do not have to have received hospice services before to participate. Walk-ins are always welcome. And if you need more info, you can call 212-469-0405.
Yep, and then Cascadia Pickleball Zone is presenting an hour of pickleball yoga. This is happening on Mondays at 11 a.m., Tuesdays 5:30 p.m., Wednesdays at 10:15 a.m., Thursdays they've got infrared yoga at 4 p.m. and 5:30 p.m., and then Fridays at 10:15 a.m. they have aerial on Friday as well at 11:30 a.m.
All right. And then, a PSA from KCIW right here at the station. KCIW is giving folks a chance to speak their mind on a show called the KCIW Soapbox. Basically, KCIW offers 2 minutes of airtime to anyone who has something to say. There are just a few rules. There's no cussing, no slandering, and no advertising. But other than that, folks can drop in and share what's on their mind. The studio is open every Wednesday from 2 to 3 p.m. for people to come in and record. And the studio is located in downtown Brookings in the same building as the Black Trumpet Bistro. If you just head down the stairs, we're on the left.
Yep. Hey, yeah, here we go. Legends Arcade is presenting trading card game night every first Wednesday of the month from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. They got Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, and more. You can sling spells, summon monsters, trade, or battle with local players.
And then there also are game nights at the Whimsical Griffin. They're located at 615 Chetco Avenue by the Redwood Theater. They meet every week on Tuesdays and Fridays from 5 to 9 p.m., and they play Magic the Gathering, Dungeons & Dragons, and, of course, board games.
Yes, of course. Hey, I'm glad we're getting into these, too, because here's some good ones here. Meals on Wheels, volunteers needed. If you'd like to do something that'll make you and those you help very happy, if you'd like to do something to help give back to the community you love, hey, if you'd like to help out your fellow human beings, then Meals on Wheels, they're looking for you. By delivering a hot meal to those who are home-ridden, you not only help someone who is hungry, but you also bring a bit of kindness into their lives, a friendly face for them to see every day, and social contact they may not have otherwise. There are 3 routes that deliver hot meals to about 60 seniors on a daily basis. Each route takes about 1.5 hours. You can volunteer by the day, the week, bi-weekly, bi-monthly, even if it's just 1 day a week, 1 day a month, whatever works for you. Every little bit helps. If you're interested in helping in this great cause for the community, please contact Meals on Wheels via the Chetco Activity Center, which is 541-469-6822.
Yeah, and then we've got a message here from the Brookings Harbor Scouts of America. They're scouting for new troop members, and boys and girls are invited. So Troop 32 and Troop 4032 are now accepting new scouts as well as adults interested in volunteering. Scouts can join the troops from 5th grade to age 17, and adults can volunteer as long as they are over 21, can pass a background check, and are willing to spend about an hour and a half completing a youth protection training course. They meet at Scout Hall from 7 to 8:30 p.m. every Monday night, except for holidays. You're invited to meet the troops and learn more about what Scouts can help you achieve. Scout Hall is located at 414 Azalea Park Road in Brookings. And to get in touch with Troop 32 Scoutmaster Mark Haglin, you can call 541-661-2749. And to get in touch with Troop 4032 Scoutmaster Rebecca Wilson, you can call 707-951-3647.
Yeah, that's a good thing, too, in town going on here. Hey, American Red Cross Curry County Blood Drives. Hey, you know, I read it again there, Kat. They're saying it's very needed.
They declared it's been a shortage for ages, but now the blood supply is so low that they've declared a blood crisis. So if somebody's eligible to give blood, like if you know that there's a chance that you may be eligible and you can deal with the needles. I know some people that's tough. Sure. Go in and see. Just check, because right now it's really dire, and when patients can't get blood, bad things happen.
Yeah, because I saw that on there, and I was like, oh my goodness, they're declaring an emergency here.
It's critical. I'm dead serious.
So if you would like to help out there, you can 1-800-RED CROSS or visit redcrossblood.org. Give something that means something. Give blood.
All right. And then, hey, the Curry Library up in Gold Beach, they have regular Memory Cafe curries. They meet the third Wednesday of every month from 10:30 to noon, and that's at the Curry Public Library up in Gold Beach. To register for this program, they ask that you email memorycafe@cplib.net or just give them a call at 541-247-7246. A memory cafe is an informal social gathering for older adults living with memory loss and their care partners. Care partners may include, but are not limited to, spouses, siblings, children, or friends whose social lives are often just as affected as their loved ones. Memory cafes are designed to be a casual, stress-free gathering to allow care partners the opportunity to relax and socialize with others in a similar situation. Memory Cafe Curry is staffed by qualified social service providers, library staff, and volunteers.
Yeah, yes, indeed. And here we got Queers and Allies Brookings get together at the Chetco Library Forest Room on the third Saturday of the month from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. This is hosted by Southern Oregon Coast Pride.
Right. And then the Brookings Recorder Ensemble is looking for people to join them in the exploration and enjoyment of playing music for the recorder. This group meets at the Chetco Activity Center on Wednesdays from 1 to 2:30 p.m. Bring your recorder and a music stand. Music will be provided.
Well, all righty. There we go. We made it all the way through the show. Got the flying fickle finger of fate from the producer, so it's time to say goodbye for this week's show. Big thanks to our producers, Tony and Tom, for helping us bring our show to the airwaves. We appreciate all of our listeners, and thank you for tuning in to the Insider Report each week, and we hope it helps you plan your next adventure. Most of the info on this week's show came from the pages of the Insider of Southern Oregon Entertainment newspaper. You can read more by going to insiderofsouthernoregon.com. And you can also find the link to the Insider Report there as well. Hey, until next week, this is Bruce Ellis.
And I'm Kat Liddell.
We are signing off. Please support local businesses and spread the peace and the love out there every chance you get. And hey,
We'll see you out there. Bam!
For music credits for the preceding show, go to kciw.org/credits.